Your employees are really important. Seriously, really important. And them talking about how great your company is. I mean, have you ever seen Glassdoor? Glassdoor's entire premise is, hey, what is a good company that I could work at? Like, I mean, it even has its own function on Google here. Like if I put Meta as an example and typed in there and searched inside of Glassdoor, it's got the job listing, but also if I click on Meta on Glassdoor, it shows the star rating. And for me, I see 3.9 and I go, ooh, I don't know what that means. And then from there, I go in there and then I go and take a look at the 16,000 reviews and say, that's a big sample size. And not only would I look at the job board, but I take a look at the over 16,000 reviews Meta has. Because I wonder, like, what's a lot of people who have reviewed? How is it a 3.9? And now when it comes to people joining your company, obviously there's going to be Glassdoor, but there's going to be a myriad of different other ways that you can get testimonials, that you should get testimonials. Some great examples of this would be from companies like Procter and Gamble. They have a leadership and development page. And for example, in this section, this brand manager said that I was making an impact to the business and the brand. On day one, they felt like they were given a project to develop a marketing strategy for a new product lineup launch. And as a leader, they led the consumer research and felt great about it. And they have another section here showcasing another person at the company, how they presented to executive boards before the first year was complete. And they felt so empowered and surprised that they were not only talking to Procter & Gamble leaders, but also with the CEO of customers as a P&G representative. Like, this is the kind of stuff that, as me personally, if I was interested in working in Procter & Gamble, I would be like, yeah, that's not something I would expect from such a big company, but they're making an impact right away. Nike also does this actually very well in their Life at Nike page. You'll see this video, which is essentially
My dad was a pole vault, introduced me to Carl Lewis's coach. And
yeah, look at this. Oh yeah. This dude's showing off how much he loves Nike. That's Carl Lewis. What a cool dude. And this entire page is just full of people showcasing how they feel like Nike helps them make a positive impact and impact on their lives.
I have congenital heart disease, and I'm a competitive rock climber and was a contestant on American Ninja Warrior. I was really sick for probably about 4 years. There wasn't much that I was able to do because my heart and my body were really weak, and I decided to go to the rock gym for the first time here at Nike, and that's where I found bouldering. I just kind of walked into the rock gym one day and explained what was going on and said that this is something that I wanted to try. So they were really supportive and they taught me how to rock climb. After my first time there, they gave me numbers, started asking.
Okay, so this doesn't showcase to you how it's more than just like work. It's life that is a part of what working at Nike is. I don't know, it really will, right? And that was obviously a little bit manufactured and didn't seem organic, but there are different ways that you can get these testimonials from people in a more organic way. What I really like is something that I saw from Starbucks. As you can see here, this is from like the Starbucks partners page. That's hilarious. Now, what does this show you? This shows you that it's a fun time to work at Starbucks, right? So with all these different things, you notice that there are a myriad of different opportunities to showcase in video format how to make your workplace seem better to the public, to be frank. And those are examples of employee testimonials. People literally showing how great of a time they had, showing how it's impacted their life, or talking about work in a positive light. I know of some different ways that companies have solicited Glassdoor reviews from me, which is a great example, and you can do this as well using Testimonial.to. In my onboarding workflow, at the end of the 2 weeks, they ask you how you're feeling. And since I was feeling in a positive light, since I was only 2 weeks and I was like in the onboarding mode, yeah, I'm probably gonna give 5 stars, which ends up boosting the general feeling of what people are gonna get when they go into their first interview or even when they're applying to jobs. Another really fun thing I've seen is social media takeovers. I actually came from a background where I was a collegiate athlete, and I remember Drake University and their cross-country team, as well as my own university at Loyola, did social media takeovers where people would take over their Instagram for the day, and like the Rambler Loyola cross country track and field Instagram was essentially ran by different student athletes throughout the year. I never got the opportunity to do it, but it was really cool to see that. And I'm sure if I was a junior in high school, a senior in high school, I would have been interested in being like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I wonder what it'd be like to run track and cross country at Loyola. Boom, question answered. So it doesn't have to be just as simple as like a quote and like a text thing that ends up showing up on your career page or showing up on your leadership page. It could be done through very organic things like social media posts, blog posts, Instagram reels, and much, much more. Some of the top questions that you could ask people when it comes to employee testimonials would be 1, like what's your name and job title? 2, how would you describe your position in the company? 3, how long have you been at the company? 4, what makes you want to stay with us? 5, tell us about a recent positive experience you had at work. And 6, plainly, how would you describe your work environment? I actually have a complete template inside of a blog post if you want to check that out at Testimonial.to/resources. And simply put, in my opinion, having the most organic looking and actual testimonials from employees are going to make people very much interested in working at your place of work, going to your place of education, because a lot of life is spent at work and we want to definitely enjoy those moments as best as we can. So if you're interested in collecting a bunch of different testimonials for your place of work, if you're a manager or a business leader, make sure to check out Testimonial.to today, as we can help you get there one step at a time by collecting your testimonials and showcasing them to the world. With that being said, thanks for watching this video, and make sure to check out this video on how to improve your skills using Testimonial.to even more.